The Gregorian calendar is the calendar system most widely used around the world today. It was introduced by Pope Gregory XIII on October 15, 1582, to correct flaws in the older Julian calendar, which had been in use since 45 BC. While the Julian calendar had attempted to align the year with the Earth's orbit around the Sun, it miscalculated the solar year by approximately 11 minutes. This small discrepancy added up over centuries, causing important dates, especially those tied to the changing of the seasons, to slowly drift. By the 16th century, the calendar was out of sync with the equinoxes by about 10 days. The Gregorian calendar reform was designed to fix this drift and create a more accurate system. The primary changes included leap year adjustments. The Gregorian calendar refined the leap year rule. It states that a year is a leap year if it is divisible by 4, but if it is divisible by 100, it is not a leap year unless it is also divisible by 400. This change reduced the average length of the year from 365.25 days in the Julian system to 2,425 days, which is much closer to the actual length of a solar year, 365.2422 days. Skipping 10 days. To realign the calendar with the seasons, the Gregorian reform skipped 10 days. In countries that adopted the reform, October 4, 1582, was immediately followed by October 15, 1582. This helped bring the spring equinox closer to March 21st, the traditional date for the celebration of Easter. Initially, the Gregorian calendar was adopted by Catholic countries like Italy, Spain, and France. Protestant and Orthodox Christian nations were slow to follow, as the change was seen as a papal imposition. For example, Britain and its colonies only adopted the reform in 1752, and Russia didn't switch until 1918, after the October Revolution. Over time, the Gregorian calendar became the standard for most of the world, particularly after the age of colonial expansion, global trade, and scientific advancements. The adoption was further cemented in the 19th and 20th centuries with the advent of modern international communication and business practices. Today, the Gregorian calendar is not only used for everyday civil purposes, but also for international standardization. It governs the scheduling of holidays, business transactions, and global events. However, some cultures and religious communities still use their traditional calendars for religious observances, such as the Hebrew calendar used in Judaism or the Islamic calendar used in many Muslim communities. Despite its widespread use, the Gregorian calendar is not perfect. Occasionally, leap seconds are added to the calendar to compensate for irregularities in Earth's rotation. However, the Gregorian calendar remains the foundation for how much of the world measures and organizes time today.